Lofty is basically the world's first real estate exchange built on blockchain. Essentially, we allow anyone to turn the equity of real estate properties into tradable digital tokens on Algorand, and we provide a secondary market where people can trade in a peer-to-peer manner with both limit orders and market orders. And essentially, it allows real estate for the first time in the world to be traded similar in a way to, or liquid assets like stocks and crypto. Every single real estate investor, no matter how many units they had, how experienced they were, had this thing in common, which is they all loved investing in real estate. They all loved the asset itself, but they all hated the process of investing in real estate. A lot of paperwork, a lot of time wasted dealing with multiple intermediaries. That was the aha moment for us. And we thought, what if we could build something where we can remove all these frictions that they're naming, but keep the things that they like about real estate investing. When we started diving really deeply into, what we wanted the product to be, there were critical components that ultimately just couldn't be realized if we didn't end up building this on blockchain. And when we were sort of testing on what was around, Solana specifically, we looked at that and there were outages literally when we were sort of testing it to see if we could build on it. And they weren't lasting, an hour or 20 minutes. It was literally down at one point for 2 days. Like, what do we tell our customers if this was in production right now? And then we tried older blue chip solutions like Ethereum, and that was just really expensive. One of our engineers on the team was like, hey, I know this blockchain that I personally have used and really liked, and I think it fits all of our requirements. So we eventually ended up on Algorand, where we did the same set of tests and was the only one that we thought this is as close to a sort of traditional Web 2 experience in terms of speed and ease of use as we could get on the market. And so that's ultimately what led us to build on Algorand. We have over, I think last time I checked, 36,000 registered accounts. Our platform is very sticky. So our churn rate on a monthly basis is sub 1% consistently for the last 2-3 years. So that's what we're most proud of. All the growth up to this point have been purely organic and word of mouth. And every single day, every single month, we're getting new users from referrals of these other users. The largest spend by a single customer on the platform is over close to $3 million at this point. And the average investment, I think, is over $6,000 per investor. Interestingly enough, a few of the renters found out that their property is listed for sale on Lofty. So they started, in addition to paying their rent, buying equity in the property there. So now they're a co-owner, and as they build up their equity position, they sort of get a refund or redemption on their rent because a portion of that income actually comes back to them. And as the property appreciates over time, they benefit from that appreciation as well. Without really being a rent-to-own platform, we actually created a rent-to-own structure that is a lot more flexible. Over time, we're going to see a lot more interesting examples that, we haven't even thought possible today. This year, we are rebuilding real estate loans and mortgages sort of from scratch on the blockchain. And that is going to be really exciting. Real estate as an asset class is only lucrative for most people because you're allowed to take on leverage that you otherwise cannot for other types of asset classes, right? Most of our investors who are traditional real estate investors, that's the biggest gripe. They're I can get a mortgage outside your platform and my returns are multiple times higher because of that. On your platform, I have to use cash. It's cash-based only. And so once we deploy this, it will allow them to take on loans and sort of mortgage and leverage up their purchases as well. The type of people that we're converting to use the platform, people who you don't associate with following the cutting edge of technology and being early adopters and things, but they're able to figure out staking and how these trading works. And we have users, especially in real estate, a lot of owners tend to be older because they accumulated assets over their lifetime. They're able to withdraw rent from their crypto wallet and send tokens back in redemption if a property sells and get proceeds back. I don't really even know if they realize they're using the blockchain, but I think that is kind of the very promising early signs of what mainstream adoption does actually look like. People don't care about the technology fundamentally, and they care about what a product can do for them and what problems it can actually solve. And as long as you can deliver that, people will use it. They will just use a product that works. And Algorand is the one that delivers us the capability so we can deliver a product that just works.